The visit tracker is a feature that allows offices to monitor patient visits and services. It's especially useful when offices are implementing care plans or packages of services. This feature supports simple tracking of total charges on a patient's ledger, tracking that incorporates pacing and frequency expectations, and also multi-service tracking. So, patients who have varied care plans or packages can be monitored in one place. The visit tracker helps offices keep track of such plans in a structured and visual way. The first step in setting up the visit tracker is to make sure that it is enabled. We can see this in the patient's profile by going to their profile. Look for the Visit Tracker tab. This is the tab we will use to set up individual patient trackers. If we do not see this option, we should contact support. The Visit Tracker will count charges on the patient's ledger that are notated in the tracking and reporting page. This setup should have already been done, but just in case, we want to make sure our services are organized and detailed in the tracking and reporting page. To do this, we go to the System dashboard, then System Settings, System Configuration, and then Tracking and Reporting. In each of these sections, we want to have the services listed that fall under each category we want counted in the visit tracker. For example, under chiropractic, we will list any services that count as an adjustment. Under the massage category, we will list any service that counts as a massage. If the tracking and reporting page is not set up accurately, the visit trackers will not work correctly. The visit tracker will display in the patient snapshot and on the SOAP Notes screen, so that doctors can also see the patient's visit trackers that are set up and their progress. The visit tracker incorporates two different concepts. The first concept is simply counting the number of charges on the ledger. For example, in this visit tracker, we can see that we are simply counting a package of adjustments and a package of massages. The second concept of the visit tracker involves counting or tracking the number of charges, but with pacing or frequency included. In some care plans, we may recommend that a patient comes in 3 times a week, 2 times a week, or once a week, and so on. This is where the concept of pacing comes in. We can set up a visit tracker to either just count the charges on the ledger or to count the charges and also include pacing. With either method, there will always be a progress bar below the visit tracker. This progress bar is connected to the visit tracker above it. The color of the progress bar and whether there is a dot visible is what makes the difference between the two methods. If we are just using the visit tracker to count, the progress bar will be blue and will simply show how close we are to reaching the maximum count. If we use the second concept of the visit tracker, which includes pacing, the progress bar can change color. Blue means the patient is on pace, red means the patient is significantly under or over pacing, and orange means the patient is slightly over or under pacing. The dot shows where the patient should be at this point in the visit tracker. For example, if the dot is here but the patient is not, it means they are significantly under pacing. So if we have a visit tracker that uses pacing or frequency, it will affect the color of the progress bar and whether there is a dot to show where the patient should be.